that? A successful first run for our military here. Yes, the goblins are attacking once again. Just a small force, a lot of slaves again, unskilled wounded goblins, and my dwarves have already worked their way through a good chunk of them. Oh, my apologies. Hello, you bearded bastards, and welcome back once again to Gomatsan. Anywho, the dwarves are standing up here. Here we can see two of the Tomud's lashers, as well as Attis, our scout, and her gleaming adamantine short sword, and having wet their blades on goblin blood, I think they're still feeling pretty perky. And if we take a look up here on the hill, you can see a bunch of wounded goblins, as well as some not so wounded goblins. I think I spy our next target. But before we do anything, I'm going to send these dwarves back towards the fortress so they can catch their breath. They still seem a bit dazed from the sunlight out here. I'm seeing arrows, probably from the goblins up on the hill. Alright, keep moving, guys. Oh, a goblin just jumped down from this tree here and is shooting arrows. I'm gonna have them kill him real quick. Go get him, guys. Come on. There we go. Good job. Alright, looks like the dwarves have escaped relatively unscathed. I'll let them catch their breath before I send them back out. You know, this whole thing would be a lot easier if these goblins would just come down to our drowning chamber. This is why we need a proper military. 4 dwarves is not gonna cut it. And when we do get a proper military, imagine how amazing it'll be. Squads of dwarves clad in shining adamantine. This miraculous new material. Now, if you take a look down here, things have advanced quite a bit. Yes, if you take a look at this adamantine pillar, we are now constructing a wall of stone around it. We don't want the goblins getting down here and taking this stuff. This is our find. Gotta make sure it's nice and protected. And it almost is. Getting a bunch of this wood underground sorted away in nice little stockpiles. You can see this structure here. Fairly spacious. This is going to be the mayor's new house. I have yet to make any specialized quarters for anybody in the fortress. And Godin, our mayor, who's currently building this wall here, has really taken an interest in this adamantine here. And in fact, he's been insisting that his quarters be placed right next to this first pillar that we had discovered. Quite strange down here in the caves, away from the actual fortress. Very odd, although we still haven't seen any monsters underground, which is a good thing. So it should be fairly safe down there. Well, no matter. Do as you like, Godin. We will follow your command. So that structure is coming along. 3 levels tall, enough for a dining room, office, and bedroom. Just need some furniture in there now. And then, as I had said, this wall around the adamantine pillar is coming along, and is almost completed. Almost completely secure. You can see I made this nice little road here, leading up here, through this tunnel, past these reptile people who are still kind of just chilling over here by this lava pool, and then right over here to this stairway which leads upwards towards Gomatsan proper. You can see I have some new workshops over here. Wood burner workshops, carpenter workshops to work this fungus wood, as well as some masons, and some more stockpiles for tunnel tube, bloodthorn, and goblin cap. And this road actually continues up this way here to this narrow tunnel, which leads north and down to yet another chunk of adamantine. This one's mostly submerged, although I'm going to build a screw pump right here. That way we could suck the water out of this little pool here, then carve away this adamantine from the bottom. Don't have to worry about drowning, which is good. Just gotta get that in place and it should be good to go. Oh, we're gonna have to make sure it's nice and secure from goblins as well. A necessity. Got these tricky bastards snooping around the place. You can't trust them. There could be spies all over the place. I mean, it's doubtless that they have spies down in the tunnels even. They probably know we have adamantine underground. They're going to try to take it, I'm sure. Those rat bastards. We have to make sure it's secure. Let's see, other projects in the fortress. We had worked on this statue of Tomud a little bit, but just kind of putting it off for now. I feel like it's far more important to secure that adamantine underground. We'll finish it in the future, I'm sure. No worries. We did manage to finally carve away a huge section of these stalagmites in this tall cavern here. Although, you know, after I got them down to the bottom, it just kind of felt like an empty accomplishment. I have no plans for this area. And again, down underground we have adamantine. Yes, I believe this is where we should really be focusing our attention for now. At least until it's secure. Very, very important. The power that will come out of this resource will be unimaginable. An adamantine army of dwarves will be completely unstoppable. And it's going to happen. You have my word on it. We're trying to be very delicate with our mining on this thing here. Just building small sections of fungus wood scaffolding and carving it away bit by bit. We want every scrap of this material. I mean, while there does appear to be a good amount on the map, I don't know how much of this stuff exists in the world. Nothing in Dwarven legend says anything about adamantine, or anything similar for that matter. We have to go about our new discovery very intelligently. Speaking of which, these reptile people, I don't like the way they've been looking at that adamantine. I suppose they've caused no harm yet though. So as long as they don't try anything, they can stay there absolutely fine. But I'm going to be keeping eyes on them. Anyways, Well, I suppose now we're going to finish up our projects over here, and I'm also going to keep looking around for more veins of adamantine. I know we discovered at least a couple more. Oh yes, there appears to be some down here in this magma. I don't know how we spotted it exactly, or how we're going to get at it for that matter, but I'm sure we'll figure it out. I'm not too concerned. Oh, and it looks like the siege just ended. That's good. Get the hell out of here, you damn goblins. Well, hopefully they don't go giving away our secrets to their demon king. Jeez, what's going on here? It's a goblin crossbowman down in the fortress. That's not fantastic. He's trying to get to the adamantine. Kill him. Now. Go, Lashers. There we go. Alright, and he died. I'm not sure where he came from. It looks like he took a dog down with him and severely wounded another. Ugh, and here's a dead dwarf. The agents of the Demon King are tricky indeed. We have to be so careful. It's okay though. Our defenses are coming right along. No worries. Speaking of defenses, I really should start turning this stuff into more short swords. Yes, we're definitely going to have to do that. In fact, I'm going to set up our first squad right now. We have the Lashes of Toe Mud, the Steel Scout, the Hero of Balance, which Bim still doesn't seem to want anything to do with, unfortunately. Well, I guess I'm not sure how to go about setting up this new squad. I'll start them off with metal armor, but then I'll gradually try to get them to switch over to adamantine after we get weapons and armor made out of this stuff. And we will name this squad the Pillar Guard, Defenders of the Adamantine Column. I'd say it's fairly apt, and now we have to choose some dwarves suited to the task. Just a moment. Alrighty, that's gonna about do it. 10 dwarves in the Pillar Guard. All dwarves from Future Lanterns. And in fact, they're all warriors from Future Lanterns as well. And you know what, I realized while I was putting them in this squad here, that while I was going to give them all short swords, they are all legendary spear dwarves. So what the hell, I'm gonna make some adamantine spears for them. I think that'd be much more intelligent. But as for their armor, I'm not too sure what to do about that, honestly. It's going to be adamantine, that's for sure, but I'm gonna have to see how much of that stuff I can get. Hopefully there's enough in those big old pillars to get them all fully suited, but I guess we'll see. We're taking things slow with this. No worries. And you know what? They're called the Pillar Guard. I might as well make a barracks for them down by these pillars. Somewhere down here anyways. That'd be a bit smarter than having their barracks up in the actual fortress. They'll be down here, with our shiny new treasure. Sounds like a plan. Oh, and you know, before I forget, another annoying thing I noticed. If you take a look here, these merchants that had petitioned to join our fortress, I renamed them all Pilgrims of the Wheel. Notice how they don't have actual profession names. That's because I can't give them any professions. Nothing whatsoever. They will accept no task, which is a fair bit irritating. They wanted to be part of the fortress after we discovered adamantine, but they still don't want to work here? That's not right. So they're gonna sit around eating our food, drinking our drink, and not do anything around the fortress. Just because they're worshippers of dead trade wheels? Well, I suppose it is customary to see to their needs while they're here, but they are kind of pushing their luck. I'll have to keep an eye on them as well. They better not be trying anything with the adamantine, or else we'll definitely have to do something about them. For now, they can sit in the meeting hall and drink and eat all they want. Bunch of rat bastards. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna keep working down here in the caves, get this wall around the adamantine finished up, try to dig down to this pocket here. That should be an interesting task. And then try to drain the water away from this vein here. And I'll keep my eyes open, see if I can find any other veins. I'm sure there's gotta be more out there. There has to be more out there. And we will find it. Anywho, I'll be right back. We are back once more, and the goblin war drums can be heard in the west. And here we see a small war party, some injured goblins here. Alright dwarves, everyone to the fortress, let's go. Let's see what we're working with here. Seems to be a fairly decent amount of them. And they're still coming. Hopefully we get to try out that drowning chamber again. Oh, a couple of beak dogs. Yes, this is a good amount of goblins. And beak dogs. Alright, come on dwarves, quit messing around, let's go. Oh, damn it. Just noticed there's a strange mood dwarf outside here. A woods dwarf. Well, may the dwarven gods have mercy on your soul. Because we're locking up the door. The back door anyways. I'm actually really excited to get to use this drowning chamber again. It has been quite some time. And I think we only tried it out the one time. I imagine this will be a good one though. My hopes are up. Oh, they've spotted the strange mood dwarf, and the goblins are heading down into the chamber. Good, good. You know, I have to imagine they've caught wind of our treasures down underneath, which is very unfortunate. They must know about the adamantine, or else why would they have shown up again so quick? Well, they can't have it. They'll never take it from us. Yes, there we go. Come on, all of you. Pack yourselves in here nice and tight. Goblins and beak dogs are heading down the tunnel now. Well, they're not going to get very far, I'll tell you that much. And that is going to be far enough. Alright then. Let's start pulling some levers, huh? First we'll pull these two here. Close up the tunnels. Thank you, Bim. And there's the second one. Very good. Alright, one last look over here. Drainage bridges are closed. The lower gate is closed. The upper gate is closed. Well, I'd say we're good to go. Now then, it's time to pull the lever. I'll tell you, it has been too long. This is going to be a beautiful thing. Let's watch to see how fast it fills up exactly. And here it goes. Oh, it looks like this strange mood dwarf up above has gone berserk. That's unfortunate. Oh, go get him, buddy. Anyways, yeah, this cavern has filled up pretty much to the top almost immediately. Man, that is a good drowning chamber. Sorry, guys. You never stood a chance. Well, that takes care of the majority of the invaders. Although that being said, there are still quite a few. I'm hoping the rest get scared off, but I guess we'll see. Well, it would appear that there's still a few goblins up in the upper reaches of this cavern, and there's really no water up here. So, what the hell? I'm going to open up the drainage bridges and start up the pump stack. I'm curious to see what will happen when I do that. The water will just kind of be cycling through, getting sucked up to the reservoir, then pouring down immediately on the goblins left in the tunnel. There we go. Well, it doesn't look like much is going on. Most of these guys are still just running around in a panic. Pretty annoying. Well, I'm sure they'll make a misstep eventually and fall down into the cavern. Just gonna take some patience, I would imagine. Oh well. And we can be plenty patient here in Gomatsan. No worry to speak of. Plenty of food and drinks. And it is quite a cozy little fortress, wouldn't you say? Yeah, we're doing fine. Now I suppose we could just wait till they leave. I don't think our military is quite well geared enough to go out there and face them yet, and I'd hate to risk them. So yeah, I guess I'm not too concerned at the moment. Oh, and you know what, one thing before I forget, between episodes we had created another artifact, Stuko Nangrir, the Squashed Crusher, a Almandine earring, a very expensive earring. This is a Almandine earring. All craft workmanship is of the highest quality. It is decorated with cave spider silk and grey langer bone, and encircled with bands of rose-cut almandines, oval schist cabicons, and bloodthorn. This object menaces with spikes of morganite, almandine, hornblende, and schist. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff on there, huh? It's pretty neat, really. A lot to look at. Anyways, keep it in the pile and get back to work. Anywho, I'm gonna keep tooling around in the fortress here. Hopefully those goblins leave at some point, and I'll get right back to you. Just give me a moment. Yet another artifact here. Detan Laikatobak, the artisan from Future Lanterns, has created Nazam Kathir, a pigtail tunic. Let's take a look. Dreamed nourished. Very interesting. A pigtail tunic decorated with pigtail. This object is adorned with hanging rings of pigtail and menaces with spikes of pigtail. On the item is an image of dwarves in Billin. The dwarves are laboring. The artwork relates to the foundation of Legend Helm by the Vault of Helms of the Foggy Books in the early spring of 1051. Huh, pigtail, 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 Billin. Well, overall it's kinda neat, really. And I know someone who'd be a big fan of that Billin touch. Pretty interesting. Well then, throw it in the pile and get back to work. Now, it actually hasn't been that long since I last left you, and I'm really just kind of setting up my new projects. We're still disposing of garbage and corpses from that last siege there. I have my dwarves throwing stuff off the edge over here into the lava, just like that, or this one here. And it's kind of neat to see this stuff fall down into the lava. Sometimes the stuff catches fire briefly before it gets submerged. Now I'm curious to see if you could actually do something with that. Make a contained fire somehow. That'd be pretty interesting. I don't know how possible it would be. Oh well, not particularly concerned about it at the moment, I suppose. Now let's see other projects. You can see I have this little offshoot of the road here leading to a tunnel that heads down here, and to the southeast right to here. Right above that adamantine vein that's down in the lava here. I'm trying to think of some ideas where we could suck all the magma out of here so we can get some of those adamantine arms that are kind of out in the lava. I'm sure we could get it somehow, and I'm gonna figure it out, damn it. Just like up here, where we see this submerged adamantine vein. Now my plan is similar to this little thing over here where I sucked the water out of this pool into this other cavern, except this time we're going to be sucking it out of this bigger portion here. Not the whole bigger portion, mind you, just the stuff that's right around the adamantine here. But first we're going to have to block off all this water or else it'll keep getting filled in from the sides of the map. So if you look up here in the ceiling, we have this little ugly thing right here. A vertical wall of stone that we're kind of carving out of the earth here. It's all going to be supported by this one little wooden support up above. Now I've tried this out in the past and it has been successful. Really hoping that's the case again. But after this wall of stone is completely suspended by this support here, we can link that support up and then pull this lever here, and that wall will drop down, and I made sure it was sized perfectly to this section of water right here, which will stop water from coming from the west. And I'm gonna have to do the same exact thing up to the north there and down to the south. Just make sure water isn't coming in and filling in this pool when we're trying to suck it out. It's gonna end up working. It's just gonna take a little bit. No worries. Soon every single scrap of adamantine in this entire area will be ours. And then our army will march and destroy the goblins once and for all. 'Twill be glorious. Okay, now would you take a look here? Petitions available yet again. And I know there's only one person in this fortress who still needs a petition for citizenship, and that is Bim Silversnarl, the Rapid Violator of Shadows. Wishes to join the Vault of Helms as a citizen of Legend Helm. Do you approve this request? Of course. Approved. Fantastic. Now, let's see, where are you? Here he is. A leopard seal man butcher. I don't know why he'd be a butcher. I mean, I guess he's butchered quite a few trolls in his time. Well, I'll tell you what, Bim. I'm not going to give you any jobs, okay? Nothing at all. As long as you agree to be part of our military, that is. The hero of balance. Here he is. There you go, you big bastard. So Bim is now in the military as the hero of balance. Fantastic. Now we'll get him hooked up with his blazing metal armor, his leggings, helmet, gauntlets, here we go, boots, a shield, and I'll tell you what, I'm gonna make you a special adamantine weapon, Bim. How does that sound? Something specially crafted for the hero of balance. Now unfortunately he's both a legendary axeman and a legendary hammerman, both of which are horrible weapons when made out of divine metal or adamantine, because they're so light. Their strikes don't carry a lot of weight, and so it's not ideal. So I think we'll go with a spear. I'm gonna make another spear for Bim here. That sounds like a plan. One spear coming right up, Bim. Thanks again for joining our military. You will be an asset. Or you know what? That Henley Axe Mother here is about to make that adamantine spear, but I'm having second thoughts. Maybe this seal man doesn't need an adamantine spear. The adamantine should be for the dwarves. We discovered it after all. Yeah, how about we make a blazing metal spear? Sure. I did actually have a few bars left, so I should be able to manage that. There we go. And we'll use the adamantine for the dwarven armor later on. Yeah, seems like a good idea to me. Alright, and there we go. A blazing metal spear. But you know, it still is not masterwork. It's an exceptional spear, that's for sure. But the hero of balance should have the best of the best. As long as it's not adamantine. Let's try again. Oh, and just as a side note, this has been happening a lot. Like Katengenet, a ghost who's been haunting the fortress since the very beginning. This guy here, currently in this bedroom, he's an energetic poltergeist. I think I had mentioned him right at the beginning. This guy's a huge dick. He spends most of his time floating around the living quarters here, toppling beds. And because he's an energetic poltergeist, I guess it means he does more annoying things than a typical ghost. This is the first time I've seen a ghost of that variety, and I gotta say, it's fairly amusing. No harm done, really. Please continue with your ghostly antics. They're quite amusing. And I do not intend on memorializing you anytime soon. Ah, there we go. A masterful blazing metal spear. A beautiful, beautiful weapon. Here you are, Bim. May it serve your needs as you serve the dwarves. Oh, and while I have a chance here, I'd like to point out that since I did this whole text changing thing here and made everything nice and readable, some text does not appear on the screen correctly, and I don't know why that is. So right now he might have some of this stuff equipped here, and it just isn't showing it? I don't know, it's kind of weird sometimes. But I'm not too concerned really. Yeah, I mean, if you take a look here, he does have all his armor equipped currently. Helmet, breastplate, shield, boots, gauntlets, leggings. Yeah, he's all set. Just heading out to pick up his spear, I would imagine. So with this whole text changing thing, sometimes stuff doesn't appear on the screen appropriately. Keep that in mind. But I'll try to point it out when I notice it. Anyways, finally you are a full member of Gomathazan and the civilization of the dwarves, Bim. Make yourself at home. Home. You know, speaking of which, this fortress up here is nice and all, but don't you think it seems a little cramped? I do, that's for sure. We'll have to try to think of something to do with it. I'm always looking to improve the place, you know that much. Well, before I go and work on the fortress again, take a quick look underneath here. Here you can see that first adamantine pillar. We're starting to carve downwards around the pillar, exposing more of the adamantine. I'm curious how far down it goes. We'll find out soon enough, that's for sure. You know, funny thing, there's a silly rumor spreading amongst the dwarves that when they're down here, they hear things. Nothing too terrible, really. Soft whispers, mostly. A gentle hum. Oh, the mysteries of this new material. Anyways, if you take a look over here, you can see the newly furnished mayor's quarters, office, dining room, bedroom. I'm going to continue working with that in the future. And next to it, we now have a barracks. This is where the pillar guard will be training. Still got to clear some boulders out of there, but you can see on the ground there we have a microcline walkway, as well as some microcline armor stands. Weapon rack soon to come. It's not adamantine, but it emulates the color. I figured that was appropriate. And then right here you can see a stairway that leads upwards here. And this is where the captain of the guard's quarters are going to be. 2 levels tall, 1, 2, with an office underneath and a dining room and bedroom up above. And you can see I even got this little place out front for a balcony, looking out over this underground area right here. Thought that was kind of nice. I really like how this whole area is turning out. Kind of feels natural and homey, you know? Gonna have to think of some more stuff to do with it. Hey, maybe we can make a new house for the hero of balance in this area. I think that'd be nice. He can help to protect our treasures. I'll have to ask him and see what he thinks. Anyways, I'm gonna keep picking at these projects here, and I'll get back to you in a little bit. Most likely with a new artifact. See you in a bit. Well, we don't have a new artifact here, but we do have a strange mood dwarf, and oddly enough it's Zassit Thykutodam, the high armorer for the fortress. A legendary armorsmith. Now, they've claimed a metalsmith's forge here, and as a preemptive measure, I actually went ahead and forbade all types of metal besides adamantine, because I thought it'd be really cool to have an adamantine artifact, but I did that, and now it's saying that Steelclutches screams I must have blazing metal bars and rough gems. I don't recall ever seeing a strange mood dwarf request a certain type of metal. Ever. That's kinda strange, and very intriguing. Alright, well I just unforbade blazing metal, and they're now carrying back some bars, grabbing some gems, and Zasa has begun a mysterious construction. This is gonna be an awesome one, I could feel it. Oh, snap, awesome. Look at this. Steelclutches, the High Armorer, has created Zuglar, a blazing metal breastplate. This is gonna be an awesome one. The Heavenly Ships. Oh my sweet lord, is this thing expensive? Nearly $1 million value by itself? Holy crap, that's unbelievable. This is a blazing metal breastplate. All craft dwarf ship is of the highest quality. It is encrusted with point-cut adamantines. On the item is an image of oaks in blazing metal. That is pretty cool, huh? I mean, it's an image of oaks, which is, you know, it's questionable, I guess. Maybe like put some mountains on there, or a helmet. But you know, it's, you got your prerogative, that's fine. Oaks, it's still pretty cool. Good job, buddy. Well, you know, I'd love to go through my usual spiel of throw it in the pile and get back to work, but, you know, I really like that artifact. You know what, maybe carefully place it next to the pile and get back to work. Gonna have to make sure this one doesn't get taken by Kias, cause that'd kinda suck. You know, I'm thinking we bestow it upon this dwarf here. Steelclutches, the leader of the Tomud's Lashers, and also a dwarf from Future Lanterns. She's now a master lasher, which is quite impressive, and you know, I think a nice breastplate is just what she needs. Also, it's kinda nice that she doesn't have a beard and you can actually see the breastplate. You know. May it serve you well, Edsel. Continue being badass. Oh yes, once our military is properly geared up, those goblins are in for some real trouble, I'm telling you. So excited. Anyways, back to work for me. It really hasn't been that long since I last left you, and I've got some stuff to do. I'll be right back. Oh sweet god, what's going on here? Yeah, this doesn't look good at all. Magma mist? There's fire in the caves. Oh jeez. Alright dwarves, tell you what, let's all get up to this meeting hall real quick. Yep, this one right here. Let's go, everyone up here. Hopefully this thing doesn't spread too far. Alright, so I don't think it's fire that jumps up out of that magma, but instead it's probably this magma mist that kind of looks similar. Where are you going, dwarf? Don't be foolish. Alright, get the hell away from the fire, please. Stupid, stupid, stupid. I can't really tell if it's spreading anywhere. It's looking like it's stopped though. Alright, the fire's out. Good. Alright, well I guess that can be kind of dangerous to just throw junk off that cliff there, huh? I hope nobody was melted in that fire. That would really suck. Shitty way to go, really. Alright, maybe I'll stop throwing stuff in this magma just for now. Maybe we'll try to come up with a better system, because that's kind of scary. Anywho, back to work again. You have discovered an eerie cavern. The air above the dark stone floor is alive with vortices of purple light and dark boiling clouds. Seemingly bottomless glowing pits mark the surface. Oh my god. This adamantine was hollow all along? It's a tube leading down to this vast hellscape. By the gods, we thought it was safe. What is this madness? Horrifying screams come from the darkness below. The whispers. It all makes so much sense now. What have you done, you fool? Run! Make for the gates! Alert the others! Shrieking beasts lurk below. They make for the surface. The terrors we have just unleashed upon this world are undescribable. Somebody quick, wall up the gap. Fortress can still be saved. No, you fool! It's too late! The creatures are escaping from the column right now, led by a fiend of steam. A towering blob composed of steam. It has wings and it has a bloated body. This miner doesn't stand a chance, I don't think. Where do we go? I don't know what to do. Make for the meeting hall. Let's go, dwarves. Let's see how this miner fares. Run, you fool! And lock the gates behind you. It seems that an ochre monster has joined this fiend of steam. The ochre monster is a towering beakless lyrebird. It has a broad shell and it chants ceaselessly. Its ochre feathers are fluffed out. Beware its poisonous bite. It appears the ochre monster kicked the tunneler in his fourth finger left hand, which caused his hand to fly off of his arm, and currently his left hand is spraying his own blood. Keep running, you fool! There's still a chance. Run, you damn dwarf. The dwarves seem to be holding these beasts, at least for the moment, but they've broken through, now ripping apart the second door. But they're through. They've entered the mayor's quarters. Other creatures are now flying through the air of the cavern. Fiend of cinders. A gigantic kite composed of ash. It has an enormous shell and it undulates rhythmically. A terrifying creature. Keep going, you damn fools. Do not stop. The demons are laying waste to the mayor's quarters. It would seem it's a total loss. They're in his dining room, ripping apart the tables and chairs. Well, at least they're occupied. There's still a chance. Alright, I believe that's the last one there. If we could block up this doorway right here, then the fiends will never reach the fortress. Work swiftly, dwarves. If we can't stop them here, then we'll lose our stockpiles. And that would be a sore loss indeed. The beasts have moved into the barracks. Quickly now, you fools. Do not tarry. What fools were we? Adamantine. Miraculous new find indeed. Alright, now build a wall right here. Hurry now. Oh no, the reptile people. Those poor bastards don't stand a chance. They're not going down without a fight though. They're shooting blow darts at the demons.
The battle rages. I must press on.
Oh my. Yeah, it's no good. You poor sweet reptile people. My god. What have we done? The beasts are canvassing the area now. Boy, I dearly wish somebody would finish building this wall here. Anybody, really. Just come build this wall here. Just one little piece. Demons are now destroying this door down here very quickly, moving up towards the door into the fortress. Can somebody please build this wall just real quick? Oh my god, nobody's doing it. Well, this dwarf is actually. He's almost there. Dak has to go. Build that wall. Please build it. Right now. Come on, build it. Build that wall. Oh my god, he built it. Just as the door comes down. Oh my god, that was so lucky. Oh. Alright, now I gotta double check, make sure there's not another way up into the upper caverns. Over here, maybe? No, it looks to be safe. The damn tunnels are so extensive, it's hard to tell what leads to where. My god, I hope we're safe in here now. But really, there's no good way to tell. We were such fools. Adamantine. It was supposed to be the salvation of the dwarves. But here we are. Bearded fools. Oh, sweet god. The upper levels have been breached. I don't know how. Everyone to the meeting hall, go, now. We need another wall up this instant. Right here. Let's go. Come on, dwarves. Oh, one of the Tomud's lashers is fighting. Down in the stockpile here. He's slowing him down. It's the best he could do, I suppose. Oh, and he's been overcome. That easy. He never stood a chance, unfortunately. Go, you dwarves. Get that damn wall up. Perfect timing, goblins. Well, I'm not dealing with you right now. Currently have bigger fish to fry. Namely, this damn wall here. If the dwarves can't get this thing up in time, then we're totally screwed. We can't go up to the surface and be safe there. It's covered with goblins now. Will the dwarves of Gomathzon be able to complete the wall that will seal the demons safely underground? Well, let's hope so, or else next episode will be terribly short. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed watching this episode, and I do really hope you'll join me next time, here in Gomathzon, a legend hell. And until then, you bearded bastards,